What's going on, y'all? Hey, we back. Is my sound on? I can't tell. Oh yeah, I got it on the audio on mute. Hey, to start off the day. So last night before I went to sleep, I don't know if my sound too loud. Let me turn it down some. Last night before I went to sleep. I was 5 subscribers away from hitting 12,000. Well, guess what? I woke up like this. I hit 12,000 a day. What can I say? I know what I can say. I can say thank you to each and every person who rocking with me. Hey, I appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate it. And this is my YouTube analytics to show it. But guess what? Since then, we didn't picked up 11 new friends. I'm going to say it again. Since then, we didn't picked up 11 new friends. Hey, much respect, much love. This junk is growing fast. It's starting to fit like a glove. Oh, yeah. Hey, today has been a beautiful day. It has. The weather was nice. My Bengals played. Hey, they did great today. Matter of fact, hey, I got a lot of stuff I'm gonna be going through. But the number one thing I wanted to do is I wanted to say thank you to all the people who've been rocking with me, all the subscribers who didn't hit me up. This has been, look, when I started YouTube, hey, how you doing? Hey, thank you to both of y'all. I appreciate it. Thank you for showing up. Y'all have been supporting me every night, and I appreciate that as well. But we hit 12K subscribers today. I never set out with the goal of really picking up subscribers, even though I did do my research to find out what the big YouTubers, like the people with 1 million subscribers, what they all had in common. And the one thing that they all had in common was they had up 2,000 to 3,000 videos. That was the only thing that I found out they were really consistent. And they were all kind of like niche down, but I'm not niche down. I'm not going to niche down. I don't feel like I'm going to do me. And it's crazy because that is one thing that came up in church today. I went to church today. And let me get my notes up. The thing that they were talking about, I'm going to bring up my Trello in a minute. Matter of fact, let's do that right now and see what happens. Let's do a screen share here and let's pick Trello. And I'm just going to give you my notes for the day. This is not it, by the way. What am I doing? Let's close that one out and let's open up today's. All right, so this was the thing that they was talking about in church today, being yourself, the same person with family, with friends, same person at work, and I believe myself to be the same person on social media. I believe I stay the same person everywhere I go. I try not to change. I wouldn't know how to change. I can only be me. You know what I mean? So let's see. It says willing to walk through the doors that God presents. And I'm saying, I feel like I am always open to that. That is what life is to me. It feels like every day is a new journey. And kind of what I'm going to be showing today is just a little video clip of what I went through for today. I am starting to try and find out, look, every time I do a video live and I use somebody else's content, for some reason I get a copyright strike. Matter of fact, last night I did a video and I didn't use anything but my own content, and I still got a yellow ad suitability. I don't know what all this stuff means, but we here and we gonna figure it out slowly but surely. This is what I like to do, and this is exactly what I mean. When you start taking steps, you never know what you're going to step into, and I mean, really. So what we went through today in church was being ready to take the steps or walk through the doors that God opens. And I'm saying, God can push me. I am open to doing the hard things. I don't even know what that 100% means, but what comes my way, I like to be prepared for it. So I tried to take some notes and do things today to make this live stream go a little bit smoother. We'll see if that really works out like I wanted to. These are some of the scriptures that were opened up in church today. I have them written down and I took some screenshots of some different things. I'm gonna try and make this as smooth as possible. I don't know how it's gonna work, but here we go. So starting out with the start of my day. Let's go down here. So I said, let's go back one. I said I went to bed, and that's how many subscribers I had when I went to bed, when I went to sleep last night. And I got on my Facebook and I told everybody that I'm 5 subscribers away. And when I woke up this morning, we going the wrong way. I was right on time. And that's what it looked like. And like I said, I done picked up 11 more people since then. So that has been very, very cool to me. Like I said, I am I am humbled. I say I appreciate it because I have not been consistent. I mean, I feel like I've been consistent in my message and I've been consistently showing up on YouTube, but I have not given any, like, if you show up every day, this is what you're going to get. If you look through my content, I have product reviews, I have yard work, I have whatever I feel like talking about. That's pretty much what I've been doing, and I've been consistent in that. So for so many people to subscribe when you're saying you don't know what you're gonna get from day to day, I appreciate it. You just know you're gonna get me from day to day. This is me telling the world I'm here. God has blessed me with another day, and so I get on here to share that. So this is something that came up today, and I want to make it, I guess, communication. I want to make it clear. And this is what the imparting or exchanging of information or news. Now, it means a means of sending and receiving information, such as phone lines or computers. So, communication is not complete until the person who is across from you or whatever you're communicating with acknowledges that the communication was received well. Just because you speak something does not mean it was well received. And if it's not well received, it's not a completion of communication. A lot of times, what I do is if I communicate something, I would like to know that it is received back. It is nothing worse than saying something and then not hearing anything or getting an acknowledgement in return. I'm saying it could be a waste of your breath, a waste of communication or transmission. Even with my dog, when I communicate with her, I expect her to respond as if she knows what I was communicating with her. That is why I have a service dog, which we're going to talk about that a little bit as well. Maybe I should go through. So this is what I was saying. Communication is not complete until understanding is received. If you talk on a phone with no one on the other end, your communication is not complete. If you do not verify that your communication is well received, you are not an effective communicator. Working on oneself is more important than focusing on the other. If your point was well received, this was something I had put on Facebook today. Yeah, we can skip that. Basically, I had read a post that said communication is key, but so is a sense of understanding. If I tell you something and you are not willing to see where I'm coming from, then what is the point of me telling you anything? And what I'm saying is, if the person that is across from you is not trying to understand, I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is you should not focus so much on, basically, we don't all comprehend the same. And so sometimes if a person is not acting like they understand, it could also be just as much as you are not effectively communicating with them. That goes back to training. What I'm saying is, my dog does not understand me. I had to teach her how to understand me. And people all have a different intelligence bank. So if you're saying something, by saying things incorrectly, you could put a person on the defensive. And if they're on the defensive, they might shut your thoughts out, your communication out. And if you just give up on the communication, then you are guaranteed not to be an effective communicator with that person. So if you just shut down and no longer try to communicate with that person, basically what I'm saying is, if you do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, that is the definition of insanity. If you don't get the result that you want, don't try the same approach again. Step back and see where you could have been incorrect in your communication, and then represent your statement or your thought process in a different manner. And there is no end to how many times, if you really care about your communication getting through, then that is the person or the people who are going to be sitting in front of you. And then you have to go back to the drawing board and come up with a new way to present. What I do, I try my best to improve my communication skills. That's what I'm doing here. It might not be the best. Some people might not understand me. Some people might not care about what I'm talking about. But that does not stop me from trying to improve me. What I'm saying is, everybody is not for everybody. Therefore, everybody who sits in front of me is not going to agree or like my communication style or even the information that I am trying to communicate. I do not focus on that. I focus on becoming a better communicator. And you do that through repetition. You do that through practice. You do that through looking for and accepting feedback. Just as much as it is up to people to try to understand, which, who cares about what I'm saying? You get where I'm coming from? Who cares? But if you allow people to give feedback, then you understand where you might miss the mark. And then you go back to the drawing board, you redraw up whatever it is that you're trying to communicate, and then you come back and represent. It might be a group of different people, might be the same person, but it is up to you as a person to change the way you communicate if your communication is not landing. You can't control others, basically, is what I'm saying. So this was another thing that I saw. One day at a time. We should be dealing with, one day at a time is all we should be dealing with. We can't go back to yesterday and we can't control tomorrow. So live for today. I agree with this statement. This is something that I have had a hard time with. My service dog is what helps me live in the moment. That she helps me out greatly with that, because I don't worry about the past. I am not a person who worries about the past, but I do worry a lot about the future. When I say I worry a lot about the future, I don't worry about it as much anymore. I used to think I wouldn't exist in the future. I never saw myself here. I never saw myself today with kids and gray hair, and I had no thought process that this would be. But then one day I walked it down and I realized, like, whoa, maybe I wasn't doing all that I could to best prepare for this version of me. And they say hindsight is 2020. So if hindsight is 2020, then that means if I am here today and I didn't see myself when I was 20 being in my 40s, then that means it's a possibility that I couldn't see myself in my 60s, in my 40s. But what I can do is see the difference of what I wanted for myself today. And I can kind of multiply that now because I've seen it happen once. I know what I want to work like in my 60s. I know the structure that I want to have in my life in my 60s. So if I can see the difference between my 20s and my 40s, maybe it was harder from your 20s to, your 10s to your 20s. Who's thinking about, like, a 10-year-old thinking about college? You know what I'm saying? It's very rare that you hear a 10-year-old saying what they want to do in college. But when you're 20, it's rare to hear a 20-year-old talking about where they want to be in their 40s. But I would assume that it should not be rare by now for a 40-year-old to be saying what they want to do in their 60s. I know I would like to think that I would be in a place where I could be in a retired state, where I can pick and choose what I want to do for work. And so the me of today is now starting to prepare for the me of tomorrow, even though I still realize there's a possibility I might not be here tomorrow. It doesn't mean I should not prepare for it, but I am living for today. At least I feel like I am. But when you live for today and everything is not the way that you want it to be today, it makes today very hard to deal with sometimes, because you're like, I wanted this. This brings me to patience. I have had to be patient. Now, I say that I didn't see myself having 12,000 subscribers. I want to say thank you again to every last one of y'all. But at the same time, who doesn't picture themselves when they start out on YouTube thinking, I'm going to have 1,000,000 subscribers. I'm going to have 100,000 subscribers. What I'm saying is, it has taken a great deal of patience to get to this 12,000. And I'm expecting it's going to take a great deal more patience to get to 100,000 or 20,000 or anything. Patience is important. So living for today means you also have to have the patience of understanding that everything that you want today is not always going to show up today. You're going to have to wait for something for tomorrow. I read another post today where a young lady said, I have sacrificed enough. I have put in enough hard work. Now this is my reaping season. And I'm thinking, whoa, I hope you have proper timing, because a crop that is harvested too soon is just as bad as a crop that is harvested too late. If you take a head of corn off of I guess it's an ear of corn off of its stalk before it's ready, oh my goodness, it's going. Let's talk about spaghetti. Cook some spaghetti that you didn't cook long enough. That junk is gonna be extra tough. I'm saying you ain't gonna want that stuff. It's just as bad as spaghetti that you let cook too long. I'm saying that's called over ready. You ain't gonna want that either. Timing is important. I'm saying timing is not everything, but timing is important. Balance is just as important. Living for today. I'm saying I don't spend much time focused on the past. I do keep memories in photography and in video. I do like to come on here and share it. I guess all that has happened before this current time today is in my past, but that's what I'm about to show you now, ain't it? But that was just another interesting, and this one was sent to me today as well. Have you told yourself how wonderful you are today? I'm hard on myself. I am not one who goes around and tells myself I'm wonderful, I'm wonderful, I'm wonderful. I don't. But I do like to look in the mirror and tell myself that I love myself. I think that it is great to look in the mirror and tell yourself positive things. What do they call them? Positive affirmations. I believe one way to get over the hump of being down or depression or I don't know, being hard on yourself is looking in the mirror, and looking in the mirror and saying what you like about yourself, being basically raising your own self-esteem, not looking for others to always have to tell you the things that you want to hear. If you're waiting on someone else to tell you what you are, it's going to be a long wait. You might not ever hear what you want to hear. If you love yourself, you will walk in a manner that will encourage. You can't make others love you, but it will encourage others to love you, because they will see that you are being authentic with yourself. You're not harming yourself. You believe in yourself, and it will make others believe in you more. Uh, I, that's something I'm gonna be honest. I had to work on. I guess I still work on it. I'm not gonna make it seem like I've arrived, because I haven't. I feel like life is always a journey. There are days where I am doing better, and there are days where I'm doing worse. That is the keys of life. I'm saying what is best though is when you identify and work on routines for yourself, so that you don't have to depend on others being the one. This goes back to happiness with yesterday. You have to do things for yourself. And I'm going to go through this with the video instead of these photos. because that's exactly what the video is. This is the one. Have you told yourself that you love yourself today? This would have been better to show it this way. That's why I shot the video. Why didn't I play it? But basically, you have to, don't wait on others to give you your flowers. I'm saying go out and cut your flowers for yourself. Now, I'm not saying be what is it called when you're all about, no, I'm not saying be self-centered. What I'm saying is center yourself. Ground yourself. Make sure that others can't steal your joy so easily. If somebody comes in, like I put myself out on social media, and sometimes I wake up to a negative comment. I'm saying sometimes, I'm saying a lot of times. It happens a lot. You got 12,000 people, and it's not even the 12,000 who watch me. I'm going to be honest with you. But if someone says something negative, I can't let that shut me down. I can't be like, well, I'm taking that video down. Now, I'm not saying I have not taken down videos, because I have. If a video brings me too much negativity, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. You get where I'm coming from? I don't like drawing negativity to myself. But let's keep it moving. Next, we talked about this one already. We talked about that one too. Communication is key. It is very much, but it's not the only thing. All right, so this was me entering church today. Hey, you want to talk about forgetting your keys? Well, hold on, I'm gonna tell you about that. I ran out the house a little bit faster than normal today, and I forgot my keys. I normally keep my keys on my pants, but I forgot them today. And I get to church, I let my family out the van, and my youngest son forgot to roll up his window. And I realized I was not operating the van on my keys. My wife was in the car, and we were operating on her keys. And so when she jumped out the car, I was able to turn the car off, but I was not able to roll the windows up. I was not able to lock the doors. It was wild. But this is us entering, well, me entering church today. And this is what my church looks like. This is Crossroads. It is an amazing church. I like it. If you look at it, though, you can tell, look how far away I sit. And this is what feels safe to me. But look how far away I sit. It is a mega church. It is a very big church. They have several campuses, so many campuses. That is our lead pastor right there on the stage. And you see how far away I am. And you see how they make nice little decorations on the stage. But this is how we view church. It feels more like going to the movies. And I like that because one, you can go at different times of the day. We go on Sundays. They used to have Saturday services, but they don't anymore. But I enjoy this environment. It does not make it easy for you to relate with your pastor. These are the scriptures. I'm sorry if that moved kind of fast, and I don't know how easy it's going to be for me to go back. But some of the scriptures that we talked about, and this is some of the things. And basically, I was taking notes on my phone while I was in church and looking up scriptures from my phone, and I just put them in. And this is what I want to say it right. Mammon. This is what it's represented as an image in, I guess if you type it into Google search, and basically it's like a false idol. And a lot of people refer to it as money, but it's not money. To me, it's more like man-made items, which money is a man-made item. It is currency made. I would say it is. It's the worship of it, though, the putting it before God. Maybe I'm look. I went to church because I'm learning this stuff, so I'm just sharing with you what I learned. I'm not sitting here trying to preach it to you. I'm giving you the information, and you can go look it up for yourself if it's something you're interested in. If it's not, but here it is right here. This was I can't read it because it's, well, you can see it. It's integrity. Righteousness guards the person of integrity, but wickedness overthrows the sinner. One person pretends to be rich, yet has nothing. Another pretends to be poor, yet has great wealth. The reason why I brought this one in was because I watch these videos on YouTube about young men who hang out and they have diamonds or jewelry on that they're pretending to be wealthy. they're pretending to basically have diamond chains on. And this young man, he walks up and he says he's going to interview him. And he's like, hey, what do we talk about? We're going to say, oh, we're going to talk about the girls. The ladies want to know where you got your chain from. And then he pulls out a diamond tester, and these guys start to look like they're sitting here saying, it's real, it's real. And then when he tests it, it's fake. And what I just don't understand is, why present yourself as something you are not? Walking around with big jewelry on already makes people look at you as a target. That's scary to me. But then after they see that you're a target, then you're getting robbed over fake materials. You could lose your life over fake materials, where the person who's walking around with the real on, I'm saying, you present yourself as a real target too. And this young man is out on the street authenticating your jewelry, so now you're a real target. That's my opinion. But that is what the scripture said about it, and I thought that that was very interesting. So I wanted to bring that. Here it is. Where there is strife, there is pride, but wisdom is found in those who take advice. I am always willing to take advice. I am always in search of wisdom. I try not to harden my ears towards the correct things. Dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little, man, let's go ahead and move me out of that frame. Makes it grow. Ain't that easy? And what I'm saying is, to me, this is just like people who take the shortcuts to getting money, like drug dealers. They typically have shortened careers, shortened lives, shortened time frames where they have freedom. And that is what it means by dwindling away. Basically, if you do things the fast way, you're going to burn out quickly. But little by little, basically being patient and letting things happen over time, you are going to see your work grow. I got to go work on that one, but basically the word is there. You can read it for yourself. Let's go to this next one, because here it is. Now, this might be worded a little differently than what I'm used to, but a good person leaves an inheritance for his children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. Now, these were scriptures from today. I did not go looking for these. These are the ones that were presented to me today in church, and I just took note. And it's just funny how this is the same stuff that I feel like I talk about all the time. I don't feel like I am so much living my life for me. I feel like I brought kids into this world, and I live my life for them. And I am even saving up now. Like, I am not able to do all that I want to do for my kids today. I would love to take my kids to Disney World, but I can't afford it. There's a difference between being able to pay for something or being able to buy something and being able to afford something. And I can't afford to take my kids to Disney World without me feeling the stress of it later. I will think of how much money we spent while we're there, and then how I have to recoup or recover that. And it feels like a setback. Now, we're going to talk about taking steps back, but that's not what I want to do. So what I'm saying is, maybe I won't be able to afford to take my kids to Disney World, but by the time my kids are men and they have their own family, I will be able to afford to take them and their families to Disney World. It sucks, but I'm gonna be honest with you. No one's ever taken me to Disney World, and no one is gonna be here to take me or my kids to Disney World. So at least I feel like I'm doing better preparation than what was prepared for me. And that is exactly what I mean. I don't do things for myself. I do them for my kids, and I'm doing it for my kids and my kids' kids. I am really trying to establish a life that even after I'm gone, my kids will still be able to benefit from it. I'm saying my parents and my grandparents, they did the best they could. And they gave me the ability to do what I've done so far. But I'm saying there's so much farther to go. And I'm here to put in that work. Uh, I don't I don't know any other way to be. I'm saying this is me. Uh we gonna keep going. Excuse me. So this is one of my favorite places to at, after church. This was before the Bengals game right here. This is a to me, they make perfect football food. That's what it is. It's just chicken and french fries. It's like chicken and french fries. They are the place I I am I used to think Buffalo Wild Wings, but Buffalo Wild Wings, they have really fallen off in the days. They don't season their stuff good. It's just I don't know. This is now the place where I prefer for a football game. And so that's where we stopped after church. We got our food, we took it home, we enjoyed the game. And it's Hooks. This is the Bengals game. Oh, here we go. So I just shot some video of what I did for the day. And this is my routine. I normally get fuel on Mondays, but like I said, we go to Costco every single Sunday. Costco is probably one of my favorite places to go. I know that sounds lame. It might, but I really enjoy going there. We go once a week. We don't spend much money because we go every week. This is my fuel right here. I did this at the gas pump. This is how I am. And I love that this app on my phone allows me to do this. I can keep track. Look, when I used to have to come and sit at a desk and take notes on my finances, or, and I'm not here trying to advertise this because I don't pay for it. It's a free app. I use it for free. I'm not upgrading. I like that I can track it. Now, if you upgrade and you pay for it, this is Every Dollar is the name of this app. If you pay for it, you can get a version where they will automatically bring in all your purchases so you don't have to do anything. The reason why I do not do that is because they used to send me transactions so fast, and then you had to sit around and organize them. And I don't like sitting around and organizing them because I don't 100% understand how to use the app. So what I do is I use the free version. And what I also do is I go into the app and I update it as I spend money. Like if I make a purchase, which you can see right here, I bought gas today. It cost me $18.03 to fill my tank up. That's how much it costs to get a full tank for me today. And I do this every week. And I go in and I update it. So that's how much money I budget for myself for fuel every single month. And on the first fill up of the month, the only fill up so far this month, I spent $18 out of $150. I like to try to make sure that I don't go over. I like to feel like I saved myself money. So I do things to make sure that I can see it. If you see things, if you track things, if you pay attention to things, you will see where you are winning and where you are losing. And I'm saying places that you are losing, you should do everything you can to counter that. I don't understand why so many people are okay with taking losses. It's only, look, there's no such thing as it's only. I don't care. If I have a leaky faucet in my house, it's not that bad. Nah, you got water going down the drain that you're doing nothing about. I don't waste anything. I try not to. Hold on, wait. I do waste, but when I find out that I am being wasteful, I try my best to tighten up in that spot. That is what I mean when I say every day I am trying to be a better me. I like finding areas where I am lacking or slacking and fix that. It doesn't matter what it is. That is just who I am. And this app, Every Dollar, it tracks things for you. I'm not sponsored by them. It's just something that I found that has worked great for me. And I like to share things that work great for me with others. Just like this Trello app that I'm talking about that I use. Trello has been very helpful. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. I appreciate you being here as much as you've been. Thank you very much. Uh, but what I was saying is, I when I find something that works for me, I like to share it with others. And I'm saying, look into this app. It is called Every Dollar. It basically, all right, that sounds good. I appreciate it. But it is an app that works great for me. It has made it so I can keep up with, look, before I got Every Dollar, with me being a business owner, I could never tell somebody how much money I make per month. I didn't even know. I just thought, well, as long as I had enough money to pay all my bills, and then it didn't matter what I did with the rest of the money. But then what I realized was I was not being a good steward of my finances. I was just getting by from month to month. I mean, there was excess, but it'd be like, oh, well, this is something I can go do this with. What Every Dollar is, one, it's a Dave Ramsey product. Some people don't like Dave Ramsey. I'm starting to find that out, but I have found it to work for me. It is faith-based or biblical-based principles of how to deal with finances. But one of the big things that a lot of people have problems with is the fact of not using credit or debt. I would like to say my credit is very, very good. Here, I will show you if I can find it easily. Here we go. Let's go this route. I'm going to show you, and I don't have a problem, but I do not choose. Let's see if you can see that. Basically, it says my credit score is an 848. I don't show that because of what my credit score is. What I'm saying is, I do not care or like credit. I don't like being in debt to someone. And what I'm saying is, you just heard how I said I don't like um, when something is leaking, I like to stop it. And I feel like debt, especially if you run your credit card bills over from month to month, you are slowly losing money. When I sat down and looked at how much money creditors were taking from me just to say that they loaned me money, it was killing me because what I'm saying is I took that money when I got it back and I put it in the stock market. And now I'm gonna be doing a video on that as well. Once I got that money back, once I got that money back, I started putting it in a direction to where now someone is paying me for me letting them use my money. When you take basically when you use credit cards and debt, someone charges you an interest amount to let you borrow money. When you take that money and you put it into the stock market, they are now borrowing money from you. You are helping them support their business, and then they pay you as if you are a part owner in their business. That is making your money work for you, and the other is you working for your money. We're not going to go into all that. What I'm saying is budgeting. I have started budgeting much, much harder now, and this is the app that I use. I'm going to keep moving along because I got a lot of content, and I didn't talk for 40 minutes already, and we ain't got through none of this stuff. But basically, this was me at Costco. I got 6 gallons. That's all it took for me to fill up my tank was 6 gallons. Costco is very close to me now. It's only like 3 miles up the road. And here we go. I'm telling you, this is like my spot. Now, the reason why I did this right here, somebody left me a comment wanting to know what boots I wear, and I'm saying I wear those boots every day. Uh, we ain't gonna go into all that. So this is what I'm saying. I go into Costco and I see the things that they have for sale. These are the things that I'm saying I'm looking and thinking I would like to upgrade my equipment someday. But right now, my equipment pays me nothing. Like this live stream stuff pays me nothing. But I have this vision of where I want to be someday. And so I take notes of how much things cost. I try to prioritize it. Like, do I have any money this month set aside for buying new equipment? And right now, I don't. Right now, I'm still trying to build up my 6-month living expenses. And since I don't have that, I don't want to um, go out and start buying things. But I do have a little bit of a budget of money that I can play around with, but I have to prioritize that money. I can't just say, oh, well, I'm going out and buying this. And everything that is sitting on that counter is too expensive for me. Like, I don't have that kind of money budgeted for the month. I don't. But what I like about budgeting is when you start getting it right, you can start having a little bit of fun within your budget. And you don't have to worry about, like, when you remove the fear of uh not being able to make ends meet, then that's when you can start looking at things. Now that right there, that's just ridiculous to me for a laptop. $2,800 for a laptop. I don't care how much money I'm making. I'm not buying that. Well, okay, if I was making millions, maybe I might buy a laptop like that. But that's what I'm operating on right now. And I'm gonna be honest, I really don't care much for laptops. I feel like either a desktop or an iPad. I have an iPad, and what happened with my iPad is I took it to work with me. I was editing videos. Somebody walked up to speak to me, and it fell over and fell on his face, and now the screen is broke. I could not see taking something that's $3,000 mobile and then dropping it and breaking it. Like, this laptop stays in one place because I don't want to break it. It has already broke once, and I had to take it back to get it repaired. Basically, the battery swole up on it. And that's what I mean. Like, there's too many things that can go wrong for something to be that value. To me, that's just foolishness. I just don't get it. Uh, a desktop, even, I don't feel I would be paying that much for a desktop unless this becomes my job. If this becomes my job, then I pay that kind of money because then it's bringing me that kind of money. Kind of like I would pay $3,000 for a lawnmower if it was my job. I would pay maybe $2,000 or $3,000 for a barber chair because that is my job. Uh, but I feel like a desktop would be that value to me. I don't know, but that could be me just being old fashioned or old school or whatever. I don't know. Some people, I'm sure they pay that, but that's just ridiculous for such a small thing. I don't care how long the battery life lasts. To me, when the battery dies, that boy's worth nothing anymore. This was just what they have on display. I like looking at the prices of things that they have at Costco. I should have made this about Costco because that pretty much, other than the Bengals kicking butt today, which I'm so happy, I wore my Salute the Service hoodie for the first time today. Okay, hold on, right there. So those AirTags, I want to say those things are very, very valuable to me. I use AirTags so much. Let me see if I have one near me right now. I bet you I do. So I have this right here. You probably can't see it good, but I have my phone and I have a battery that I take everywhere with me. I have several of these little, well, I have two at least, and I take those everywhere. And everything on here is magnetized to the top of this Pelican case. But let's open this Pelican case up real quick and see. I keep camera equipment inside of this Pelican case. If I pull this out right here, you will see there's an AirTag right there in the corner of it. I use so many AirTags. I put an AirTag on my tractor. I put an AirTag on my boys' bikes. I put AirTags on, heck, AirTags are on everything. My boys' instruments for school, like each one plays an instrument, and instruments tend to get stolen. So what did I do? I put an AirTag on both my boys' instruments. I have an AirTag on my van. The reason why, if I go to a event like we used to go to WWE events, I will take I might park somewhere and don't realize where I parked. And one thing I like is when you put an AirTag on your vehicle, you can find your vehicle easier. I put AirTags on everything. Shoot, I want to put one on my dog, but I don't think I'm going to. Anyway, that is something that I really like. And I like that you can get AirTags cheaper at Costco than you can get them at the Apple store. You can get 4 for $80 at Costco, and they're 4 for $100 at the Apple store. So I buy them at Costco. This is another thing I'm saying. I need a new iPad. My iPad is outdated, and I'm just looking at it. Now, this is the stuff that I used to spend a lot of money on. I love decorating my house for Christmas, and these are the type of things that I used to waste a lot of money on. I have not done anything like this in a few years because, uh, like I said, I'm trying to get my life in order. And this is the type of stuff that used to steal my money in debt. Like I'd use a credit card to purchase and be like, oh, I'm gonna pay it off. And look at what that costs. But I do want one of those nutcrackers. I do. Look at the size of these trees that they got inside of Costco for Christmas. And then look at the price of that boy, $1,500. That's a lot. Like, whew, I ain't paying $1,500 for no Christmas tree. They didn't have a cheap Christmas tree in there to me. Like, I like stuff like this, but I'm gonna be honest. I have had the same Christmas tree since before my oldest son, who is 15 years old, was born, and we decorated every year. Matter of fact, we used to uh, get Christmas ornaments for everybody every year, and we since stopped. But these are like, I don't know. I like stuff like that. Now, I was talking about budgeting, and I'm going to talk about what I do for my boys when I budget. For Christmas, I used to couldn't stand every year. It felt like Christmas used to catch me off guard. But Christmas comes at the same day every single year. So it's something that you can prepare for. I used to not prepare for it. And then I used to have to go out and get everything that my kids wanted for Christmas on a credit card or whatever money I had. And I wanted to make Christmases extra special for them. And what I realized was I was trying to make them feel like I was capable of doing something I was not. And I was the one paying for it. So then what I since did, I started budgeting out my kids' life. Their birthdays, they get $240 a year for their birthday. On their birthday, $240 is what I have to spend for them. Now, my wife might give them other things, but I do not. What I do is I set aside $20 every single month for their birthday. $20. I have bank accounts for them. They have 2 bank accounts each, one that is tied to a debit card and one that is tied to just the savings for them. Now it's in their name. And what I do is I send a certain amount of money to their accounts every single month. I send $20 a month for their birthday. I send $50 a month for Christmas. And by sending $50 a month to their account every month for Christmas, there's $600 in each account for them at Christmas time. So right now, I am technically $65 short of their account because they get more than that. But next month, there will be $600 sitting in their account. Now, I like to go Christmas shopping early, but now I do not do the Christmas shopping. That money just goes to my wife. Whatever she spends extra on them, I contribute my part, $600 for each child, and then she can go and go crazy with what she wants to get them, because that used to be the thing. We had differences in opinion on what they would be getting for Christmas. And I'm like, I can't have my budget being thrown off. So I do my part by providing that much. And that's what I do every year. I budget for $600 for each child. And that's what they get at Christmas time. If they want it in cash, they can have it in cash. If they want Christmas gifts, they can have it in Christmas gifts. But that is what I do. $240 for birthdays, that's $20 a month. $50 a month, that's $600 for Christmas. So each one gets that. And I budget that out every single month. At the beginning of each month, I put their money to the side, and they get their allowance, and they get $40 for good grades. If they get straight A's, they get $40 for straight A's. If they get straight B's, which is a 3.0, they get $30. And the lowest that they can get is a 2.0, which is $20, but they're allotted 40. So if they get straight A's, they get the whole 40. If they get a 2.0 straight C's, they get 20, but they still get the whole 40. Just the other 20 goes in their bank account. And how I look at it, if you do good in school, you're probably going to do good with your life. If you struggle in school, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to save some money for you, so your life could be a little easier. And so I put whatever the difference is between their grade point average and $40. There's still their money. It just goes into their savings account. And the punishment or the penalty is, if you get a 4.0, you get 40. If you get a 2.0, you still get 40, but you only get to spend 20. And that is kind of how I do it. So I do that for them on a regular basis. I make sure that they are going to save up some money for their lifetime one way or another. My goal is to start their investing sooner so that they don't have to wait like I did. I didn't understand investing. No one taught me that. Even though somebody told me about it earlier in life, oh, these are the things that I'm interested in getting. I showed that drone footage last night, and I walked into Costco, and it made me want to start looking into this. Even though this is not the model that I want, I do have a spare phone laying around, so I could use this. But this one does not come with the controller that you can use the phone, or that you don't need to use a phone with. That's the one I want. But the difference is like $500. And I don't know if that controller is worth $500. I will be doing my research, and I will be starting to set a budget towards buying this piece of equipment. But I have so much other equipment that I would like to get. I need to start prioritizing the things that I want. So that is one of the things that I'm interested in getting. But it's not the number one thing that I need. I don't see how often I would be using this other than taking video of my yard, or video of me cutting the grass, or maybe going somewhere and shooting some video every now and then. But I can't see spending $750 just to do video every once in a while. Now this, I am really thinking about getting this because I would like to use this on my train content. I'm saying that would be great to me if I could shoot 360 video. Right now, I'm just using my cell phone. And two things. I'm planning on buying a new phone, but I don't want to use my new phone because with my phone that I'm currently using, I've dropped it so many times. I just don't want to tear it up. But I do want to get a new phone because I want one that has USB-C connection, and Apple just went to USB-C connection when they went to the iPhone 15 and 16, and I have a 13. So I'm 3 generations behind. But this is the one thing that I would like, because I feel like with this camera, even though I do have a 360 camera, I just don't have any good way to get the content off of the camera onto my phone. With the USB-C connected phone, it would be easier. And I guess I could use my GoPro to do so. But GoPro is big and bulky for no reason. And it really just, I don't know, I'm making excuses. I have a 360 camera. I just want to, I guess, spend some money or something. I don't know. But I just talked myself out of it. So I probably won't be getting that anytime soon. But that is the second thing that I am looking at in Costco as something that I'm saying I would get if I could. But look, it's another $500. Everything is so expensive. When you want something, for me, I'm saying the things that I want are never cheap. I'm not a person who goes out and nickel and dimes myself. I am the person who, when I go out, and here's that new hoodie that I just got. It's my Bengal Salute to Service hoodie. I like to take pictures, and so this is my way of taking pictures. I just do screenshots of a video. And so I did some screenshots while I was in Costco because this is the only time I wore it. I put a magnet on the back of my phone, and Costco also has a lot of metal inside their facility, so it makes it easy for me to do stuff like this. So that's what this is. Moving right along. I don't know how long this was going to be on here. I think I did 2 videos, one long ways and one because I knew I was going to be presenting it like this. Let me go back to full screen. And guess what? I'm in the wine section, but I do not get my wine from Costco. They do not sell the wine that I like in Costco. So that is not what I get there. And I really enjoy that hoodie. Now, the thing is, I have 5 Salute to Service hoodies now, 5 of them. This one is too light for me to wear on a regular basis. Like even the oils that I put in my beard. Now, this is another thing right here. But let me pause this for a second. Even the oils that I put in my beard, I feel like will make that Salute to Service hoodie way too dirty. And I don't like throwing things like that in the washer and dryer because I feel like the logo will get torn up on it. And I don't know. So none of my Salute to Service hoodies have ever been in the washer, but I don't tend to wear them all that often. I have 5 of them now. I've been getting the Salute to Service hoodie every single year, and November is the Salute to Service month, so that is why I wore it for the first time. Hey, I tell you, uh, I have a membership as a part of my business expense, but what I do, and this is how I save money with my membership. I buy everything pretty much at Costco. I get my gas at Costco. I get the things that you'll see that I buy at Costco. I'm going to show that here. I used to buy a lot of gift cards. I will get back to gift cards. Let me explain. So my membership is the um I forgot the name of it, but basically it's like it's a business membership. And so you can have your employees on it and everything like that. So it is a tax write-off for me every time I renew my membership. But I don't ever have to pay for my membership because I use the money that I redeem back from making my purchases at Costco, and those purchases pay for my membership because I have the executive, and now I have the executive business. And by doing that, it makes it so I don't have to pay for my membership annually. Literally, and I can show you on my budget, but literally, I paid for my membership and I got like $50 back in cash. So it's kind of like a win for me. I don't look at it like, well, you could have paid for your groceries with that. No, I renew my membership annually off of the money that I spend. So it doesn't cost me anything. And then what I like to do is, as a business expense, whenever you use gift cards, this is what my CPA told me. So I could be wrong. I would say look this up for yourself. But what I do is I buy gift cards and I give out gift cards as my charitable giving. It is the same thing to me. Like I'm saying, it says that you're supposed to give up 10%. Now, it does not say where that 10% has to go. You just understand that 10% of your money is not yours, it belongs to God. So, what I do is I buy gift cards, and if someone is beneficial to my life, I give them a gift card. If someone does something to be helpful, if someone looks like they're struggling, I like to give, and gift cards are the easiest way to give. And I often buy the Costco gift cards right there. Those, the shop, Costco shop cards, I often buy those as gifts because if you buy one of those and you give it to someone, you give them the access and the ability to shop at Costco. You can either get gas at Costco or you can just go in and buy whatever. You can shop. And as long as you have that card, it is like a membership for a day. Now, I don't do anything but $25 on those cards, but I give $25 gift cards out to people as a business expense, like my clients. If I don't care what it is, if I see somebody who I feel like is struggling, someone who can't make their groceries or whatever, I give $25 gift card. If my clients come in, if I waste someone's time, basically giving gift cards to me is everything from I inconvenience you in some way, or you are a benefit to me in some way, or I just wanted to brighten up somebody's day. I go to the gym, and the people who work behind the counter at the gym, they be so helpful. They be so nice to me. They always greet me very, very, very nice. I try to brighten their day by giving them a gift card. It's not like a shop gift card. If you look, Costco has everything from Top Golf, movie passes. Now they have airplane tickets. Look at that, $499 airplane tickets. I don't know what that does, but hey, I might get one of those one day and I don't know, take a trip on it. I don't know. What I'm saying is a lot of these I could use as business expenses And when you give them out to your clients or you give them out to people and see they have food cards, another thing that I was going to say about this is if you're a person who has to eat out a lot or you choose to eat out a lot, this is a way you can save money. They often give you $100 deal and you only pay $80. Well, if you get, say that Subway, say you eat at Subway a lot and uh they had $100 gift card, but you only paid $80 for it. So that means there's five $20 gift cards in there. That would be perfect for me. I buy 5 of those for $80. I can give away $80 worth of gift cards or $100 worth of gift cards. Hey, you have a good one. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I made it to another hour. I'm gonna finish up this video and then I'm gonna get off as well. I might not even finish the whole video, but this is what I got on here. This is what I had planned on putting on for today. But I thank you for watching and tuning in. Like always, hey, much respect. This is I feel bad I bought it today. They're normally on sale for $19, but today I bought that for my dog. I say I don't give my dog treats. I don't, but this is the one thing that I do give her. Bye. Thank you. This is the one thing that I do give her. These are bully hide shoes, and they're one of, I'm not gonna say her favorite thing. I don't know, but when she needs a snack or she does something good, I give her one of those, and that is something for her to gnaw on and clean her teeth and everything else. So that is one of the things that I give her on a regular basis. She probably gets at least a half a stick a day. I cut them in half. I use a PVC pipe cutter, and that's what I cut them in half with. And then this is the dog food that she gets. This is the only dog food she gets. And like I said, I cover it with olive oil, omega-3, vitamin D, and vitamin E. Those are the things that I put on top of her food. That's to make her coat pretty, her bones healthy, her teeth healthy, and things like that. But other than that, and then this is the other thing. If I go somewhere with her, I put a couple of these little bottles. I get these little miniature bottles. I put them in my backpack or whatever I'm carrying. And this is what I pour in her bowl when we're out. I just carry a couple of these little things. But this is also what I drink. I only drink water. I drink sparkling water and I drink bottled water. I also might drink a juice every now and then. And obviously, I drink the smoothies that I make. But that is doubling benefit. And this is what I was saying about the gift cards being $100 deal. Even the crumbles. I had bought crumble one time and I gave those away to different people. But that's what I do. I buy gift cards and I give them out. I just shot this stuff because this is the kind of stuff that I was interested in when I was a kid. And now my kids are getting a little too old for this type of stuff. So I don't get to buy them Christmas gifts like I used to. They don't want the things like this. Like they want gifts that are way too expensive now. That would have been one of them probably. But I probably would have got them something like that and put it under the tree. And really, I would buy those kind of toys for them because those are the kind of toys that I wanted for me. So that's why I shot this stuff, because those are the things that I wish I still had little kids to buy. That was when gift giving was so much cheaper. I'm saying this is the time I feel like people need to start getting ready for Christmas. You should have been getting ready earlier than this. I believe I used to like buying Christmas gifts early, and I would just hide them. Normally, I would hide them in the barbershop because that's where the kids don't go, or I put them in my office or something like that. But they'll look in here. But I would start getting gifts this early and even earlier. But now I don't do really the gift shopping now. I just give the money that I budget to my wife, and she can go do all the shopping she wants, and she can add anything that she wants to it. My kids tend to tell her what they want for Christmas more than they tell me. Maybe because I am the budgeter. So if they tell me they want something and I don't have that budgeted for them, it's just gonna be like no. And I have no problem with saying no. I do not get influenced in, oh, I really want this for Christmas. It's like, well, you might want to save your birthday money and your Christmas money if that's what you want, because that's how you're going to get it. And then this is just checking out. That's all that I got while I was in Costco today. It didn't cost much, but immediately, these are a business expense. So immediately I go ahead. This is what I ate. This was what dinner was. So you saw today, I had fast food twice today. Fast food twice today. And that's why I said I don't really have a a meal plan. If like beggars can't be choosers, I'm not the one who pays for food, so I eat what is put before me, and these are the type of things that are put before me. Now, what I do is I try to be as healthy as possible in all other areas. That's why I try and stay fit. That's why I try and eat. But if you are not the person who, it's my opinion, if you are like basically beggars can't be choosers, and I don't pay for food. That is not what I do. I know people probably don't like hearing that, but that's not what I do. And so I also don't tell people who do pay for food what food I am going to eat. It's like when I was in the military, I was not able to walk into the DFAC and tell them what I felt like they should fix. When I was a kid, if my mother provided me with food, I was not able to go in and tell her what she was going to fix me to eat, and anybody else. Now, when I say I didn't pay for food, let me tell you what I mean. When I was a kid, I ate what was presented to me. Then when I became old enough, 15, 16 years old, I was living by myself at 16. When I started preparing my own meals, I went to work at Burger King. Eh, don't tell Burger King this, but I was a closer. That's all I did. Now, I had 3 jobs when I was in high school. I worked at Ohio E-Check, and I would work there until 7 o'clock and they would close. And then I would walk down the street. E-Check was probably a mile from Burger King. I would walk from E-Check to Burger King. And when I got to Burger King, I just showed up as a closer. I'm here to close, but I would work from the time I got off of E-Check. I would walk to Burger King, and then I would close Burger King down. And what I would do is I would prepare the grill, and I would throw burgers on the grill because I knew I was about to close it down. I would try to prepare enough to close out the day. And I would maybe throw on more than I know I would need, but I'm saying I would eat Burger King leftovers to feed myself at night when there was no adults around to feed me. And so I did that all the way up until the time I went into the military. And on the weekends, I delivered pizza for La Rosa's. And so I would have pizza on the weekends. I would have Burger King throughout the week. And then I joined the military. And then the military started to feed me. And what I'm saying is, I've managed to go this long in life. Now, I'm not saying I've never bought food. What I'm saying is, not consistently, I've managed to go this long in life without having to pay for food. And that is how I structured my life. I'm saying if I ever needed to, I would go to a restaurant, or I would start growing food in my backyard, or I would contribute to the hardship of someone's household and just donate me a plate every day. I don't care what it is. What I'm saying is, I don't feel like I technically have to go grocery shopping ever in my life to buy food. I will do whatever is necessary with giving. I'm not saying I won't, that I'm not contributing to it. What I'm saying is, it's not directly going to that. If a person is making food for a whole family and they have a plate left over, then what can I contribute to your finances? You're already going to buy food. You're already going to buy food. So I'll contribute money in other ways to make sure that, hey, whatever you fix is a plate. I just want to stop by and pick up a plate every now and then. I have a now I have my cleaning service. They also are trying to get into food prep. And that is something that I really would have liked, was food prep. So that basically, I don't view it as buying food. I view it as contributing. I don't pay for food. I pay for the bills of living expenses around the house. So that's why I say that. But there it is. Um, Firehouse Sub is what I ate for dinner tonight. And it doesn't bother me because, like I said, I had hooks for the football game and I had this for the night. And this is one of my favorite reasons for going to Costco right here, y'all. This is my favorite reason for going to Costco. I like a fire almost every single night. I try to go in my woods and pull out any fallen dead out as much as I can to get one wheelbarrow load a day. Every day I try. That is my exercise daily. I I go in and I pick up sticks, fallen dead, everything out of my wooded area. I get a wheelbarrow load and I put it next to my fire pit first thing in the morning. And then at night, I like to go and this is my form of entertainment, sitting at a fire pit. And so Costco's boxes and any paper, like I do not send any paper from my house to the landfill. I like to burn every bit of paper, and it's a reason for that. It's not just me being, oh, I'm like, yeah, I don't need a paper shredder. I get it. But that's not why. I'm saying I like to take things from my life and put them back into my life. This fire pit that I have built, it is built off of ash and rock that has come from my yard. Every single bit of it. I've pulled rocks to my fire pit and pack them around. And then when I clean my fire pit out, I take the ash and put it around on top of the rocks. And so that is what is making my fire pit take shape. But basically, when I say I don't waste, I'm saying even the paper that I take from my house, it goes in my fire pit every night, and it is what starts the fire so I can throw sticks and stuff that I found out of my woods on top of. So I'm keeping my yard clean, and I'm taking the things from my yard and I put them back in my yard. Ash makes a good fertilizer for your yard, but I'm not using it for that currently. I am just currently using it to make my fire pit take the shape and the structure that I wanted to take. So this is the last part of the video. This was me ending my day. This was right before I came in here and got on this live stream. I like sitting at a fire. If I was not on this live stream right now, I would probably be outside right now enjoying a fire. That's why this is nothing to me to come on here and talk for an hour, because I would have been out at the fire pit still enjoying this fire. Before I had my surgery, I made sure to bring as many wheelbarrow loads to sit next to the fire as possible so that I could still enjoy a fire when I was not able to do any heavy lifting. And that's what this is right here. Hey, I'm not gonna stay on here long. I've already been on here an hour and 11 minutes, and I'm only trying to make it to an hour each day. I don't know what I'm gonna come on here and say or what I'm gonna come on here and do. Oh, actually, I got a little bit left that I could show of my pup. This is the fire pit. I think I did a walk around it. One day I'm going to bring video of my fire pit because I can show how I made it. This is how high my fire pit is now. And I'm saying this is nothing more than rocks that I've gotten out of my yard, and I am smoothing it out. I would like the surface of the fire pit to be so smooth that a person in a wheelchair could sit at it and enjoy it as well. Right now, it's not that smooth, but that is the point. Over time, it will be. And I'm saying I'm using the ash to level out the surface. And that hole is big enough for me to get down inside of, and it's deep enough to where I just rake it out with a rake. That is the rake outlet right there. And then I just rake the ashes around the fire pit to smooth it out. It is a very simple process, and it doubles. Just like I said about everything. Everything in my life has more than one purpose. This fire pit is a disposal area for me. I get rid of paper and trash, not anything plastic or anything like that. But I'm saying I throw furniture in it all the time. Anytime furniture comes, I don't like putting stuff in the landfills. I don't. I just don't understand that. Said there's my pup. So I take furniture and I throw it in there. I throw wooden pallets in there. I have a magnet to get all the screws and nails out so that I don't end up catching flat tires or end up stepping on it. But I throw paper in it, cardboard, which that's why I love going to Costco. I take as many cardboard boxes as I can from Costco every time I leave. I try to take as many as I can without looking like suspicious, but they probably know me as the cardboard guy. Anyway, and then any paper, whenever I do my mail, I take my mail, I throw it in there so I don't put my mail in the landfills. I used to use a paper shredder. Now I don't need a paper shredder ever now. So that is my fire pit. That is my life. That was my day. Everything that I went through for my day. I want to say thank you again to the 12,000 supporters, 12,000 subscribers today. I appreciate it. That was a big mark for me. And basically, if you tune in, you're going to see basically, I guess, what kind of person I am. I don't know if it's a boring person to some, but I figure 12,000 people have said that they're okay with me being this boring of a person. I am a thrifty person, but I don't consider myself to be a cheap person. I feel like I have fun enough for me. It might not be fun for others, but that's what I'm saying. I have found a way to find what makes me happy and to enjoy it, even if I am enjoying it by myself. I don't need a lot, and that's what makes I feel like life a little better, when you don't feel like you need a lot. Because if you don't need a lot, it's easy to come up with what you need. Those who feel like they need a lot, I feel like here, and this is just how well my dog listens. Want to talk about communication? I'm saying I have worked with my dog, so it is one word communication. I don't like speaking twice. And that's how great she operates. She listens one word at a time. I only have to say one word at a time. And that is when you understand you have good communication. When you are able to communicate effectively, you don't have to walk around saying the same things over and over and over. And that is what I am working on, being an effective communicator. I want to be better at my presentation. And this is why I'm doing this 1 hour at a time, so that I can become a better communicator with people around me. I'm trying to eliminate the ands and the uhs and the whatever. Effective communication. And I feel like it's already starting to get better and better with every time I get on here and talk for 1 hour. So I'm saying thank you for everybody who has tuned in and who has listened to me this far. Thank you for the 12,000 subscribers. That feels amazing. And now seeing that since this morning, I have hit 12,011. That just means it's growing faster now. I want to say much respect, much love to everybody who has been rocking with me. I thank you. And I'm saying I'm out. Much respect, much love. This your boy.